Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
A house explosion rocks a neighborhood near downtown Ann Arbor, leaving nothing but rubble in its wake. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Priya Mann.
And I'm Kim DeGiulio. The explosion happened around 5 a.m. this morning on South 7th Street near Princeton Avenue along the border of Ann Arbor's Eberwhite and Old West Side neighborhoods. Rod Maloney is live near the scene. And Rod, looking at that aftermath, it's a miracle that nobody was seriously hurt.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And let's go and take a closer look at what is left of this home. You can see that they're now constructing a fence around the rubble because the home is gone. It has collapsed into the basement, and it is a miracle that nobody was hurt. The gentleman who lived here is in his 70s and was, well, he collapsed out here. He did make it out of the house. So how that happened, they're having sort of a difficulty explaining, but he was heating with propane inside the house, meaning that there were like the canisters that you buy at the store, and then they come with a little heater that goes into the top of that, and they say that that's what he was using. In a very sad situation, he was able to get out of the house. You can see the boarded walls or the boarded windows in the home next door. It was right there. I mean, it's only a few feet away. And one of the windows fell in on a woman who was asleep at the time. But the gentleman who lived here did get out safely, and they took him to an ambulance and then brought him to the hospital. They say he's going to be okay with non-life-threatening injuries, but one of the neighbors did tell me that he did collapse. So let's hear from one of the neighbors who was in on this. His name is Fred Hutchinson, lives right across the street. This is what he had to say. We'll also be hearing from the Ann Arbor Fire Chief, Mike Kennedy.
And then at 6 o'clock, the whole house rattled. Like I've had fireworks go off in the neighborhood and stuff. This was 10 times louder than any firework I've ever heard.
So it shook the house.
Oh yeah, the windows rattled. And
DT does the gas for the area. We confirmed with DT that the meter had been shut off for an undetermined amount of time. The occupant, we've heard from neighbors, was using propane to heat the house. The water, we also determined, had been shut off to the house too. Oh. So looks like there was both utility. There was electric going there, but gas and water had been shut off.
So city services have been out here. They had a street sweeper because there was glass all across the street, went across into Fred's yard as well. Fred said that there were more explosions, just the one original one. And the other thing he said was that this went very quickly. In other words, there was the explosion, and then all of a sudden, within seconds, the whole house was on fire. The entire neighborhood called 911, fire department here in about 4 minutes. And so it is one of those lucky things where nobody got hurt, and there were 3 people living in the house next door, and they were fine. And in fact, they just left and were heading off to get their day started. But it's one of those things where there's a lot more to talk about here, and we'll have more on that coming up on Local 4 News at 5 and 6. Reporting live from Ann Arbor, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Wow, thank you, Rod. It's just certainly a miracle nobody was hurt, but we look forward to hearing more updates on that situation. And speaking of updates, a 1-month-old and her mother who disappeared from Auburn Hills over 2 weeks ago, they have been found. Police say Amanda Prowell-Smith left with her child after allegedly assaulting her own mother at their Auburn Hills apartment on February 2nd. On Saturday, police received a tip that Prowell-Smith and her child were at a laundromat in Warren. Police were able to take Prowell-Smith into custody without incident. The infant was given over to Child Protective Services.
One man is dead and another is injured after a double shooting on Detroit's east side Saturday night. A 19-year-old man told police he was shot while sitting in a car on Norwood Street. The second victim was found dead on the street. Police say they recovered a weapon at the scene. Anyone with information is asked to call police. And Grosse Pointe Farms police have arrested a suspect in connection with a grocery store robbery last week. Police say the suspect stole from the Village Food Market on Mack last Thursday morning. And when he was confronted by an employee, he pointed a gun at that person and then left the store. Police say they found the suspect Sunday morning in a vacant home.
For Heart Health Month, one community is helping those who might not be able to make an appointment to check up on their heart health. The Wayne Mobile Health Clinic provided heart screenings along with other services to the community Kadesh Baptist Church. The idea is to address barriers people may have with accessing health care, and that includes not having insurance or transportation, to distrust and the struggles with health literacy. Danielle Knuckles is a registered nurse who helped organize this event yesterday.
People in this area are disproportionately affected by heart disease like stroke, heart attack, congestive heart failure. We want to make sure that this month, in particularly, people have the resources that they need.
Kadesh Church has Wayne Health's mobile unit on site for free screenings every third Sunday, and it is open to everyone, so make sure you take advantage. And we also want to make sure that everyone is heart safe. So Local 4 in the city of Detroit are teaching hands-only CPR for free in our February Go For It event. CPR Lifesavers is the event. Join us on Monday, February 26th, starting at 11 a.m. at the Northwest Activity Center. Sign up in advance at clickondetroit.com or scan the QR code on your screen. Walk-ins are also welcome.
You know what else is welcome? All that sunshine.
The sunshine
right?
just makes all the difference.
Ashley, I heard you talking about needing your shades later today. Boy, you need them already.
Rod had them on.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of sunshine this afternoon, and we'll hold on to it heading into tomorrow, too. So the sun and southerly flow of air definitely help getting us to more milder conditions this afternoon. Detroit 36, 35 in Ann Arbor, 33 in Lapeer, 36 in Monroe. South-southeasterly winds picking up a little more to our south at 13 miles per hour. But we do have clear skies across most of the area. A few clouds have mixed in Pontiac and at Metro Airport, but we will be holding on to the sun this afternoon. So mostly sunny, mild Monday afternoon, 4th is President's Day, topping out in the low 40s. As we go into tonight with clear skies, we'll slip back into the 20s, but we'll continue to warm up really throughout the week. It's a pretty low impactful week that we have ahead, especially through Wednesday. Now, Wednesday after sunset, a chance for some rain will roll in, and we could hold on to that throughout a chunk of the day on Thursday, but still not looking at any kind of severe weather throughout the next 7 days. Speaking of counting down days, well, we're counting down the days till the spring equinox, 29 days away from the first official day of spring. That's March 19th. The equinox will be at 11:06 p.m. So technically speaking, the first full day of spring will be March 20th, but we don't even have to wait till then to feel the spring-like temperatures. I'll tell you when we get in the 50s coming up.
Ooh, not complaining.
Yeah, bring on those spring temperatures. In 29 days, we've got this.
Yeah, we do.
Well, a city is mourning in Minnesota after a gunman shot and killed 2 police officers and a firefighter as they responded to a domestic violence call on Sunday morning.
Adrian Broaddus has more on how it all unfolded.
We asked for healing.
In Minnesota, grief and heartache.
We're heartbroken. We are heartbroken.
After a 911 call for a family in danger led to the deaths of 3 first responders who came to the rescue.
Medic 2 is taking 2 rigs, 2 patients. Medic 1 is taking 1. Russell County, Vice County, critical.
When officers got to the scene, the individual was barricaded. The subject opened fire on the officers in the home.
Other first responders rushing to help warned.
Medics, back off.
2 blocks away, Connor Noonan says he heard shots.
Like loud bangs, like boom, boom, boom. And then rapid fire after that, like an automatic weapon, like pop, 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 pop.
It all happened just outside Minneapolis in Burnsville. Police say they were negotiating with the shooter when he started shooting.
We later learned that there were 7 young children in the home, ranging from ages 2 to 15.
Outside the home, a SWAT vehicle riddled with bullet holes.
They know they have to give up their life sometime, and they do it anyways.
Among the victims, police officer Paul Elmstrand was 27. Matthew Ruge was also 27 and was part of the crisis negotiating team. And Adam Finseth, a firefighter and paramedic for 5 years in Burnsville, was 40.
They go out and do the job to provide us safety that we have the luxury of not having to think about many times.
To those who wear the badge or are even considering and seeing this and say, I don't know if I can do that, what do you say to them?
When it comes to public service and public safety, it's in the hearts and it's in the souls of the folks who do it.
Fellow officers also remembering the fallen.
We're hurting. Okay, we're hurting.
And that was Adrian Broadus reporting. The gunman was killed during the incident, and it's unclear how. As for the 7 children who were also in the home, they were not injured.